In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the windshield fluid reservoir on your Acura MDX, located in the right front of the vehicle. Let's get started. To start, we're going to move under the hood, and on the right side of the vehicle, we're going to be removing this trim. To do that, we're going to start prying on the sides and work our way in and pull it out. Next, we're going to remove this clip using a metal pry bar. Just break it off. Now that that clip is off, we're going to slide our coolant reservoir out of the way. Simply just grab it and pull up on it. To make it easier, take the lid off, move the lid to the side, and now you can take the bottle out. And we're going to remove the lug nuts with a 19mm socket and your impact gun. Remove the wheel. Next, we're going to move on to the front of the wheel liner, and we're going to just remove half of the clips. We're going to start with the middle one right here and work our way out. Next, we're going to remove these two. Remove this one. And now remove this one. Now we're going to remove these 3 Phillips screws using a Phillips screwdriver. Remove these 2 clips. Do the same on the back one. Moving on to the right front of the fender well, we're going to remove these 10mm on this side, and then we're going to remove these 2 right here. Now we're going to remove this clip using a pair of pliers. Pull it out. Next, we're going to remove this Phillips head bolt. Remove this clip. And now we're ready to peel the fender liner out of the way. Just simply grab it and bend it out of the way. Now we're going to disconnect one of the motors, and to do that, we're going to apply some pressure on the connector and we're going to pull it out. Once we have it disconnected, I have a small flathead screwdriver. We're going to take this clip off, pull it out of the way. Now we're going to remove this connector for the secondary motor, and to do so, I'm going to use a small flathead screwdriver and I'm going to pry on the tab. You're going to apply some pressure, pulling on the connector, wedge it right here, and pull it out. Next, we're going to disconnect the hoses. I highly recommend you put a pan underneath. Depending on how much is on it, it will leak. To remove the hoses, there's going to be 2 clips, one on each side. We're going to be removing them with a small screwdriver. We're going to apply some pressure and pry down. After taking it off, place it in a secure location so you don't lose them. Do the same for the other side. Rotate it so you can get the flathead screwdriver underneath and pry up. Now we can unplug the hoses by just pulling out. There's one. Here's the other one. Now move the hoses out of the way. Now we're gonna be removing the three 10mm bolts that hold the reservoir onto the vehicle. We're gonna start by removing this one. I'm gonna be using a 10mm socket. Now we're gonna take the other bolt that's located right over here. Remove the 10mm bolt. And now we remove the last bolt that's located on the inner part. Remove the 10mm bolt holding the PCM bracket. Now that that bolt is removed, we can easily move the PCM out of the way. Now that we move the PCM bracket, we can slide our reservoir out of the hole. And there it is. And now we're ready to put the new one in. Slide it into place the same way it came out. Align the holes and start your bolts by hand. For the hard to reach spots, I have a little trick. We're gonna grab a piece of, in this case, it's a little piece of bag. You can use a napkin or a rag and wedge the bolt so it doesn't fall off the socket. Now we can slide it in and start it by hand. And now snug them up. Do the same on all three of them. And now we can put the bolt for the PCM bracket, line it up with the hole and start it by hand. And now snug it up. And now we can install the connector. Make sure you clip this wire back into here and plug it in. Make sure you hear a click. Next, we're gonna plug in this plug. Make sure you hear a click. Slide it in here. And now we're ready to install the hoses. And I just wanna point something out. One of the sides is black and one of the sides is white. So we're gonna be installing the clips on the corresponding side. So for the hose that goes over here, we're gonna be putting the black clip, slide it into place. And clip it in. Now we're gonna do the same on the other side using the white clip. Slide it into place. And clip it in. And now we're ready to install the liner back. Just move it out, slide it in. Over here, we want to be behind the bumper, so we're gonna slide it into place. The same goes for the bottom. Now we're ready to install our clips. We're gonna start on this side. We're gonna put these three. Line up the hole. Put the new clip. Do the same on the other ones. Install the top one. This one right here. Now we install the Phillips screws. Lined up the holes. Snug them into place. And now we install this one. Now we can install the 2 clips that go right here. There's one. And there's the other. Now we can install this clip. Now we can install the Phillips head that goes over here. Snug it down. Now we can install our clip that goes on this hole. Now we get to install the 10mm bolt that goes right here. Start it by hand. And snug it up. Now install this one. It's another 10mm bolt. Snug it up. And now we do this one. This is another 10mm bolt. Start it by hand and snug it up. Now we can install the tire back on. Start your lug nuts by hand. Snug them up. Now we're going to torque our wheel down to 80 foot-pounds on a star pattern. Moving on, under the hood, we're going to be putting this clip right here and secure it into place. Line it up and clip it in. Now we're ready to install the coolant reservoir. We're going to slide it in the same way it came out. Find the slot and lock it in. Now we're ready to put the cap back on. Simply slide the hose in and put the cap. And now we're ready to fill in the washer fluid reservoir. Just simply pop the cap off and pour it in. Close the cap. Now we get to install the front cover. Slide it under the latch and lock it into place. Lock both sides.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.